Hello fellow hunters, welcome to this week's guide and its shenanigans. Today we'll be looking at the Bounty Opener 5000, also known as the Bomblance or launcher depending on if you want to know if or not. Anyway, let's roll the intro clips.
One kid, one guy dead.
Dead.
And you watch out.
I need to bandage one more. Okay, let me
Get cooked, Bo! Bozo, rip!
Bro.
What one? Yeah, watch out. Watch out on the left, on the left, on the left, it's the other one. On the left, further to the left. Me. And on me. Hey, suck it. Knifed one, watch out back there. I think the problem is, watch out,
He's dead?
watch out, there's another one.
Yeah, I need to reload, I need to heal. I'm out of region. Burn her if you can. Well, I'll do it. Fuck. Okay, it's no good.
Now that we established the weapon of choice, let's dive into it. The bomb launcher is the starting point you get. It comes with 5 ammo types that each give it a different role, and it's usually one of 3 playstyles, so let's go over them. First, PvE Boss Killer. The base explosive harpoon can make short work of bosses, usually taking 3 hits to kill any bounty except maybe the assassin if he turns into a horde of cockroaches like the little shit he is. And, you know, benefits from being gone before the egg timer runs out. You can also use the normal steel harpoon, which has the benefit of being more silent and being recoverable. These 2 ammos make the Bomblance a great PvE tool and one of the quickest and utility cheapest way to kill a bounty. This also applies to the launcher, although the launcher is more of a passive playstyle in that regard. The second playstyle is PvP. PvP really benefits from any ammo, although you really should just stick to a combination of harpoon and steel ball, or perhaps dragon's breath, since those are the most reliable PvP tools and don't really hurt your usability as much. 3 is support. This playstyle can be done using either double frag bolts or using frag and dragon breath or even harpoons to kill PvE targets. Although the traditional way of using frag turns into the 1896 equivalent of the M320 grenade launcher, able to flush out your enemies and just be a pain in the arse. Although it's hindered, since unlike the Bomblance you lack the blade for self-defense, so when using the launcher remember to bring a versatile primary like a Lamut carbine or a drilling shorty, or maybe even a Centennial or similar weapons. Otherwise, just stick to the lance. Let's talk about the ammo choices for a moment, shall we? The basic harpoon has the lowest muzzle velocity, the highest drop, and is usually not really useful for PvP since it's hard to aim and use, loud, although it does feel all the more satisfying when it does work because you just get that fucking sound of a guy squishing on a pumpkin. Bozo! Anyway, we have the harpoon. Higher muzzle velocity, greater stealth, combined with the ability to be retrieved, mean that you can use this as an improvised crossbow, which reliably one-shots a decent range player, and applies the usual projectile heavy bleed. It's the most fun ammo when it comes to keeping some range, and it's recommended over base, as Dirty Harry can confirm. Roll the clip.
You're out of bullets, and you know what that means. You're shit out of luck.
The next is Dragon's Breath, or as I like to call it, the aimed Hellfire Bomb. Since if Dragon's Breath doesn't one-shot and you had at least half decent aim, it'll burn 57 HP instantly, or slightly more than a big health bar, and that partially up to 15 to 20 meters, making it pretty strong ammo even if Steel Ball is stealthier and has more damage/consistency. I prefer deleting the enemy's health or just using the environment against them by lighting barrels and puddles up. Next is Steel Ball, or Buckshot. This is the closest you get to a silent shotgun, and boy is it strong. Having a relatively high one-shot range, being around the same as the Romero if not a bit further, just being perfect for stealthy enemy removal, the balls of steel ammo makes the Bomblance enjoyable for those who don't like using the harpoon or explosive bolt, and still want an extremely good ammo to go along with it, while going for max stealth. Next one is frag. Well, this frag is stronger than the bow, it does take longer to detonate and has a worse trajectory, making it annoying to use since you can pretty easily miss it and give yourself away to the enemy, potentially kill yourself with the ricochet or similar stuff. That's why I usually only use it to support a team or run it as a secondary ammo to flush out enemies to initiate a push, with my blade on the bomb lance since it can't be stuck to bosses and it really depends on good planning or an enemy that is pinned to get kills or just the element of surprise in a cramped space. Now let's get to the superior choice, the bomb lance. I like the bomb lance way more than the launcher because while I do enjoy the launcher, since it's virtually identical while being 2 slot minus the blade, the lance's utility and lethality is just not comparable, having a strong light attack and a ridiculous heavy attack with the ability to quickly clear Constantina is a clear winner. Plus, in my opinion, it's easier to complement with a secondary since while the bomb launcher brings utility and lethality, I feel lethality is done better by shotgun shorties or the drilling shorty, and its utility is beaten by the chokonu, bow, or hand crossbow, which offer more while being less clunky. All in all, the bomb launcher is a more passive tool used for support or PvE and maybe as a last resort PvP secondary, while the bomb lance is a full-blown death machine benefiting from hyper-aggressive sneak plays or just charging at enemies not ready to fend you off with a melee or shotgun, or perhaps having fanning or levering. You can also use bolt thrower to speed up the bomb lance and launcher's reloads, which is quite helpful and is recommended, although obviously it can also work without the perk, especially if you're playing the bomb lance. You can just whip out the blade and just say that's a knife, like Crocodile Dundee. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good hunt. I'll see ya in the bayou.
There's a dark skin on.
Yeah, I know, I saw it. Watch out, below. Got one.